for Pitts. Intercepted by Ray Hubble, who may go all the way again. He's going to be cut off near the sideline. He was tripped by a man standing in front of the Winnipeg bench.
First down, Edmonton with the football. McManus going up top for Eddie Brown. What a catch! Eddie Brown! Touchdown, Edmonton! Penalty markers down all over the field.
Illegal substitution, too many men on the field, Saskatchewan.
From 33 yards out to win the 97th Grey Cup. Ball down, ball through.
Everybody, I have to come into frame. It is Big Hop of Bryce Hopwood. It is the Ant-Man, Anthony Ventura, and folks, this is Thursday, okay? This is Thursday, May 30th. If you're seeing this, just know that the CFL is one preseason weekend away from being back. And I'm a slave, if you will, to the sports calendar. And I don't know that I've ever been as excited for the start of a sport of the regular season than I maybe ever have been, as much as I am for the start of the CFL this year.
I'm pretty darn juiced. That's a big statement. I'm pretty darn juiced though. I really am. I'm excited. First full season of CFL action, and it's coming at a pretty great time. NHL and NBA really only have like one round left, and baseball's cool, but like I'm not that huge of I'm not a baseball guy. I'm a football guy. So this is coming at a perfect time for me.
I know I said it a ton at the end of the year last year, especially like as we got a couple episodes in, but I am so glad that we found out how awesome this is. I'm very excited for the first game of the year. But like I said, we got one preseason weekend left. I mean, I gotta say, your Rough Riders are looking pretty good. I don't know if I'll be honest. I went to go watch the tape. I ran out of time. I have not watched any tape so far this preseason. I did watch a little bit of our boy Caleb Evans. Shout out Montreal in the first quarter last weekend, but I haven't gotten to watch any tape. But from what I'm seeing, I think people are liking where SSK is at.
Yeah, they looked pretty good. They obviously played Edmonton. I got to see some of our boy Joel DeBlanco there. But yeah, they look pretty good. They worked their butts off in the off season with all their new players. Obviously, we talked with Snack Bites Pete, new coach, new culture, new everything. I'm on board. I'm on board the train. I'm on board the train all the way.
Oh, here we go, full steam ahead, baby. So today, don't have too much to break down from the preseason. The one thing I will say is, I think Calgary beat. It's not a good look. Calgary beat somebody like 30-6 last weekend. Can you check me on that?
Calgary beat BC 30-6.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. BC. We'll get to them as a little teaser of what we're going to do here with this episode today. But I was not thrilled to see that performance out of BC. I know it's the preseason. Who cares? Whatever.
Vernon Adams didn't play.
I know, but 6 points.
Oh well,
Against
he was the MVP candidate last year. What are we talking about here?
6 points.
You're not going to freak out. You're not going to freak out if the Ravens lose a preseason game without Lamar. You're not going to freak out if the Chiefs score 6 points with Chad Henne at quarterback. It's the same thing.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough, my man. So that was the only real note I had, other than I did love seeing Joel. People forget, in the NFL, I'm a Packer fan, and let's just say that the last time, how do I want to put this? It's not the first time that I've cheered for a blonde-haired number 50 at linebacker. AJ Hawk was one of my first autographs ever, and I still have that youth probably medium as a tubbier little kid. I still have that signature from when AJ Hawk was a Packer. So I think
it's a Buckeye.
I think there's some similarities there, but yeah,
and he was wearing green and yellow too.
Yes, sir. Exactly. I love that. I think I love that, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. But no, Joel's awesome, and we're hoping to get some more guys on soon here as the season starts. But guys are absolutely locked in, getting ready to focus, and so we have to obviously get locked in and focus on the season. So what we did is the CFL the Game Zone. If you're a CFL fan and you check this out, I don't know what the numbers look like for people that play the fantasy aspect. There's a pick'em, and everything like that. There's also these futures, and you can earn badges and stuff. I've logged in, I'm registered so that I can win badges. If you tell me I can win something, I'm just gonna sign up for it. It's that simple, truthfully. So
I'm gonna
they
sign
have
up just frankly to beat you. Like even if there was no badges, as soon as you signed up, I have to sign up so that my name pops up ahead of yours on the list at the end of the year.
That's right. Iron sharpens iron. There's a lot of competition between us two, and I want to do something for the season, not a bit necessarily, but something we can track through the year numbers wise. Maybe do some sort of not maybe a pick 'em or something like that. I want to do that for sure, but we'll decide on that as we get closer to time. But part of the CFL Game Zone, they have futures, right? 10 questions. They give you a couple options, and I will turn it over to you. We'll run through kind of the question, what our answers are, and that'll help us kind of talk preseason and season outlook for 2024.
Perfect. I will run through them. First question, very simple. Who will be the winner of the East?
I returned to the Grey Cup champions, the Coupe Grey of 110, Montreal. Look, there's a lot of stuff going on with Sean Lemon right now. Like I said, I watched a little bit of the game, the preseason game. He was out on the field. I know there's some decisions to be made. This is a crazy scenario. There's a lot going on, but Tyrese Beverett, he was on this podcast in a very brutal audio form. Caleb Evans, Coupe Grey champion, should have a Grey Cup touchdown. Look, that defense is scary. Lemon plays, ends up somehow playing. I don't know what is going on there, but that defense, Fajardo, Philpott, and the weapons that they have, just too much. I think for the rest of the East.
I agree. I think Montreal's really good, and I don't particularly love anybody else out east. I know Toronto's really good last year, but obviously Chad Kelly suspended. I don't think they're going to even touch where they were last year, obviously. That and they lost good players, like a ton of guys, actually. I don't think they have any chance at returning to a 16-2 form East winner. I think it's Montreal all the way. Hamilton's good. I don't love Hamilton. I think it's Montreal pretty clearly.
Yeah, I agree there. Toronto has their own things they need to figure out. And Hamilton, I'm interested to see. It sounds like Bo Levi is going to be ready. He's I don't know. He was a pretty solid answer for some people's favorite players, and who's an impact maker, especially at quarterback. Like you said, Toronto doesn't even really have a quarterback for the first 9 games, is it? So
yeah, 9 at least.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. They could definitely come on strong later, but yeah,
we'll see.
Who knows? That's the whole point of trying to predict the future.
Yep.
Question 2.
Question 2, very simple. Who will win the West? I think we might disagree on this one.
I don't know. I think you might be surprised. You want to do it on 3? This always goes well.
Okay, sure.
All right, you count us down.
1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Saskatchewan.
Dude, I sat there. Dude, I sat there and I was looking at it, and is the question, will it be consistent enough? But Mace and that defense is great. USF draft pick from the CFL, got him in the last round. I'm gonna butcher it. Aju, I think.
Yep.
I think he's going to be a weapon to look at. I think they have enough at the receiving core. Obviously, AJ Thor goes there in the offseason. I think Look, man, it doesn't. You don't have to be the best team to win the final. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I'm obviously a little biased here. I'm on Saskatchewan. I'm gonna be honest. I understand. Look, Winnipeg has won the West four years in a row. Everybody probably should be on them, to be quite honest. The team that I almost wanted to pick was BC. BC's really good. They were really good last year. We're both big Vernon Adams guys. Love him. I think he's phenomenal. I think he might be as good as Caleros, but we don't have to talk about that. I think he's great. It's Saskatchewan. What are we doing here? My guy. I love the additions. I love it. Dude, I told you I'm bought in. I'm on the train till the wheels fall off. I don't care. I'm on Saskatchewan.
I love that. I love that. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Little teaser. I'm definitely a fan of BC this year. I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna. I think I have to be a fan of the league. I can't. I don't know that I'd pick the team, but we'll get to it in a little bit. And bring us to question 3.
Question 3. Who will be the regular season interceptions leader?
I took Marc-Antoine Decois.
Okay. Any particular reason?
Look, not really. I loved the post game stuff from the Grey Cup. He was obviously just hyped, juiced from a huge win. Hometown kind of kid. A kid. He's probably older than me. It's probably not fair to call him a kid, but look, I just think Dequois is a ball hawk. I think he's coming off obviously great cup and a great win, and I think he's just ready for 2024. That's truly of the they gave us options to choose from, and it was him. That's what I picked.
That's fair. Look, my answer probably won't be liked. Someone might see it as boring. But again, I said I'm in this to beat you. I need to finish above you just for my own pride. And at the end of the day, I'm an accountant. I'm a numbers guy. Odds are telling me if my options are 4 people or the rest of the field, I should pick the rest of the field. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take
fair.
other. And then, numbers wise, I will win more times than I will not win. and especially defense. There's so much year-over-year regression on defense that it's hard to predict for teams, for certainly players outside of like truly elite guys. It's very hard to predict year-over-year regression. So I think the guys who were at the top last year, there's a decent chance they won't be. If just, hey, you had 7 interceptions last year, I'm going to throw it the other side of the field every single time because that's logic, and then you're not going to have many interceptions. So I'm going to take the field, other.
Look, man, hey, that's what public universities get you in America. The other, the field.
Great. Thanks for that.
All right, on to question 4.
Question 4. Will there be a 5,000-yard passer in the CFL this year? Yes or no?
I said no. I think, look, if it's going to be, I think VA ended with what, like 4,800?
Yeah, VA was right above 48, and next highest was Caleros at like 42 something, 42.70 maybe.
Yeah, and it seemed like guys like to run the ball. I don't know if we'll get to 5K. I don't think it'll happen. I think VA, he's got the receiving core to do it, but I think I don't know. 5,000 is so many yards. I know they have like more games in the NFL and whatever, and obviously more room of the field to play with. They get the 5 extra yards or whatever, but I don't.
Less
it's, like you said, it's a coin toss. I said
yeah,
no.
yeah. I mentioned my previous love of BC this year, and I really wanted to because Vernon Adams, but no, it's so many yards, and I didn't dig in to one the last time they had one. I'm sure it's not that long because I'm sure one of these Caleros MVP years he just slung it for 5,200 or something crazy like that.
That is such a large number.
I think Vernon Adams probably leads the league again at something like 47 or 48. I know that, again, boring. It's what it was last year, but that's about where he'll be, would be my guess.
I agree. So on your tone of numbers, we both have Montreal. We both have SSK. We differed on question 3. Both had no for question 4. So 3 three out of four are the same so far.
Yeah, I'm curious as we go down. I think we're gonna differ some here. It's all right. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Actually, I know for a fact we agree on the next one. Who will be the touchdown receptions leader?
I'm a person who loves gambling and loves long shots. And I'm probably going to get dogged for this. I took other. And I actually did take a guess. I took Philpott, Tyson Philpott,
Yeah.
had the game winning Grey Cup touchdown. He had an insane catch in the preseason. I love his athleticism. Obviously, Cody Fajardo is getting so much hype from what he did in the Grey Cup. He can throw the ball. He was like 73% completion, led the league last year. I think Philpott, especially after that catch, they have a guy who they know can go up and get it. And I think that, hey, it doesn't matter who has the most yards. It doesn't matter who has the most catches. Just did you score? Did you get a major? Right, folks?
That's valid. Uh, you have probably more detail than me because again, I'm playing a simple numbers game to win. I want my badges. I want to win. Other because 4 against the field brings me better odds statistically. So that's what I'm gonna take.
So
I love the options. Yeah, I like that. I like the logic there with Philpott, but I'm just taking general. If you can take Philpott and we'll credit you for just Philpott, and then I get other. That works for me too.
no, I'm going to take the other, obviously.
Okay.
I don't think Bayless was an option, but was he up there last year, or did he just lead in yards? That's
He
probably
was
not a
he
great
was up
question.
there. The options this year were Tim White, Alexander Hollins, Dalton Schoen, and Eugene Lewis.
I also really like Keon Hatcher for BC,
Yeah.
especially since we think Vernon Adams. So that I'm other, but if I had to take one, I'm going to take Philpott. But also secondary take is Hatcher.
Fair. I think if Austin Mack was in the league this year, go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, I was gonna say, I say, how about you give me Philpott and Hatcher, and then you can have other.
Deal.
All right, done.
Deal.
Love that.
I was saying if Austin Mack was in the league this year, he would be my pick certainly. But he's obviously on the Falcons practice squad, and he'll miss games, so he won't lead the league. But he would have been my pick. But I like the field, and unless he was one of my 4 options, then I'm still taking other just numbers wise.
Fair enough.
Okay. After that, we move on to which team will lead the league in sacks.
With a pretty basic pick, it's going to be based mostly on Sean Lemon if he plays. BC doesn't have bets this year. I took Montreal. I think the secondary is good enough. Maybe a lot of coverage sacks. So that was really my logic with that one.
I went in a completely different direction. Literally the furthest possible direction. I went with Edmonton. So I want to shout out Joel. He talked about being a dog. He talked about the mentality that he's going to bring to that defense. And I was looking at some numbers from last year, and I believe I don't remember. It was two of the top 5 or 6 or somewhere in that range of the sack leaders last year were Edmonton players. I'm just rolling with them. I'm feeling the vibes. I love it. I think they were the only team that had multiple up there. I think that's the vibe. I think Sean Lemon. Again, you mentioned him. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if he's gonna dip off. I don't know. So I went Edmonton because Joel.
Yeah, certainly I could be right, or Sean Lemon is banned from the league forever, and then it's just not even close. So it's pretty much the only options here. Question 7.
Will Brady Oliveira have over or under 1,299.5 yards?
I took over. I love Brady. I think he's a stud. That line, they're probably going to rely on him a lot, and just be absolutely feeding the young man, especially with the QB questions. So I took over.
I took under. I was looking at the numbers. Oliver had like 1534 last year, something like that. There's nobody else over 1140. He really had a big time year. and I just think it's hard to repeat that. It's really hard to repeat that, especially truly mostly one down to run because you got to punt on third. So it's truly one down. So it's so difficult to get. That's a ton of yards
That
for
is so many yards.
that's so many yards and so much
That's
more than anybody else in the league last year. I think there has to be a regression. There has to be.
I don't hate the logic at all, that's for sure. But I like him a lot, so I went over.
Next question. There's 3 left. Simply, who will have the best record?
I'm interested in this one to see if we are all along the same line. Do you want to do it on 3 again?
Sure. 3,
All right,
2,
go ahead.
3, 2, 1. Winnipeg.
BC.
Oh,
wow.
I
Look,
like it.
It's obviously like, oh, you think BC's gonna have the best record, but Montreal and Saskatchewan are gonna be playing for the Grey Cup. Look, I think you lose bets, but Vernon Adams can win you any ball game. The receivers that they have, I just think that the Grey Cup is in BC in I think it's Vancouver. I don't want to be for certain that that's where it is this year. I know it's out that way. I know they're hosting at least for 111. I think that they're going to be the best team in the league, and then something tragic might happen in the playoffs. That's just the logic.
I took Winnipeg. I think them and BC are essentially going to be tied. Like, what was Toronto was 16-2 last year. I think Winnipeg is 13-5, and maybe BC's the same, and Winnipeg wins the tiebreaker. I think it's right there. I think they're lockstep. And again, like you said, we both picked Saskatchewan to win the West. I think the mentality that I'm seeing from Corey Mays is telling me they're a team built for the playoffs, not the regular season. That's what I'm getting.
Ooh,
So
I love that take.
I think
I love that take.
I love it. I love it. I'm thinking Saskatchewan sneaks in, and not sneaks in. I'm thinking 10 wins, and then they lock up. They lock up in the playoffs. That's my official take. But I think Winnipeg is my official stance will be 14-3, and BC's 13-4. That's my official stance.
Ooh, maybe
or whatever the
like
equivalent. Maybe it's 14-4 and whatever 14-13. You get it.
All right, deal. Fine. That's good. I like that from you.
Okay,
All right.
Next
question.
one.
2 left.
Will there be over or under 10.5 kick or punt return touchdowns this year?
I loved James Letcher. I can't wait to watch him do his thing for an entire season. I love the chaos on some of this stuff. I went over just for the sake of it. And I know it's not fair that I didn't remember his name for this, but there's like a good former All-Star returner that just got signed, I think, by Winnipeg or Toronto. Yeah. Don't remember the name, but I'm going over.
I can't remember the name either. But I went under. So we agreed on everything in the first half. Second half, we don't. I went under. I didn't look at the numbers, how many there were last year, but 10.5 seems like so much. I understand there are different rules, but legitimately in the NFL, there's like 2 a year, maybe. It's like a big deal when somebody gets a kick return touchdown or punt return touchdown. And
right.
There's more, but 10.5 is a huge number in my head, and I just can't. I can't separate from the NFL line of thinking there. I can't do it. So.
All right, I think that's totally clean logic. I just like I said, this is another one where
it's going to be close. It's not like he's going to be 40 and I picked under. Like if they're setting it at 10.5, it's going to be 8-12. I'm not crazy.
If there was 40 this year,
imagine 40 kick return touchdowns. This is actually just James Letcher's line. It's just his 10.5.
Yeah, they forgot. They put the whole league. They just meant James Letcher himself. Dude. I'm excited for him.
James Letcher awesome. Over under 23.5 kickers.
That would be you more than one a game. Like slightly averaging. Yeah. That would be so awesome, dude. That would. Do you think? Okay, here's a question. We'll add on. Do you think if James Letcher returns 20 kicks and/or punts for touchdowns on the season, he should win Most Outstanding
Yeah,
Player?
easily. I mean, there's 18 games. There's if he returns over one kick a game, I would be mad if anybody voted for any. Vernon Adams could throw for 6,000 yards, and he shouldn't get it. What are we doing here?
Dude, I love James Letcher. I want him on this podcast very bad because I think the art of returns, like you mentioned, like especially in the NFL, is completely lost. But dude, there's nothing I'd love more than for James Letcher to return 20 kicks and or punts for touchdowns and win most outstanding. You know how many like yards he would probably have like. I mean,
Truly.
you'd have to imagine he would have like 10,000 return yards combined on the season to do that.
I need it. I need it bad. James Letcher, we're officially challenging you to have one kick return touchdown a game. Put that on your mirror before. Put it in your locker. We challenge you. Football A challenges you.
Oh my god, dude! The Football A podcast. I thought this was going to be the most boring question that we answered out of all of them. But I think it's the best.
Nope.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna be locked in on that. But you should probably get to what's the most important question of the year.
Yep, we are running out of time, so I will. It's simply who will be the Grey Cup champs this year. I think we're gonna. Go ahead.
On 3.
We can sure. Let's do it. Well, on
go
one.
ahead.
3, 2, 1. Saskatchewan.
Montreal.
Okay, there it is.
Yep. I did Montreal SSK final. I'm going Montreal to go back to back. Look, we have a couple friends who play for Montreal that could be certainly swaying my opinion. Fajardo is hot right now. Philpott is great. They have the guys to do it. Obviously lost Stanbeck, which really hurts, but I think overall defense, like Ty Bev hits so hard. He's an all-star. Dequa back there, dude, he's an animal. If you get anything out of Lemon, then that's great. Or he's gone forever. That's the only options it feels like. Obviously I couldn't sway from who wins the East, who wins the West. That would be a cowardice move on my part. I got to go Montreal going back to back, which I don't know the last time somebody went back to back. I don't know if we could look that up quick.
My guess is Winnipeg. Did Winnipeg not go back to back in the last 4 years? I thought they did.
Certainly plausible.
I have to double check, but if I was a betting man, and I am, I would bet that they did.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. That's fine. So there's precedent for it.
Yeah. However, I think it's hard to repeat. Everybody wants to meet you. It's still hard to repeat. Maybe this is my dumb American brain locking me into this way of thinking, and maybe it's easier in the CFL. I don't know. We've really only been here half a year, but we're here. I think it's hard to repeat. I think Saskatchewan's built for the playoffs. Corey Mace. I think it's time. The Grey Cup's coming home to Saskatchewan.
Do you know the last time Saskatchewan won it?
Thor is going to be MVP. That's my official take. Not season MVP. Thor is going to be Grey Cup MVP.
Grey Cup. Oh, wow. I like that. Do you know the last time they won it?
I don't. Off the top of my head.
I was hoping you do.
Nope.
Awesome. Before we go, I had a post that got some big traction on the CFL Reddit. Shout out to CFL Reddit. They've been too kind to us. They've been absolutely amazing to us about the jerseys. We need to get the merch situation figured out in the CFL. I know, and it's pretty self-explanatory as to why you don't have personal or I shouldn't say personalized. I should say players' jerseys and like a lot of them out there. Obviously, like max 2-year contracts, that kind of stuff, whatever. Totally get it, guys in and out of the league, whatever. Totally get that that's why. But dude, I need a Joel LeBlanco jersey. I need a number 50.
Get it. We got to make it happen. We got to make it happen ourselves. We can do it.
That's true.
Get
We need to
Michael
be the
Rubin
voice of
on
the
the
people.
line.
And now it's a quick transition. I'm wearing a different shirt. My hat is backwards. I got the headphones on. We went from Thursday to Tuesday. It is when you're going to be listening to this, there will be the opening Canadian Football League game. That's just what it is. It will be June 6th, 2 days away as we're recording this, but as you're listening, we have a game tonight. I am beyond excited, and the worst news maybe of all is that I might not be able to watch. At this point, it's up in the air. We don't know what's happening. Unfortunately, I still like to live out my dreams as an athlete, so that is getting in the way potentially of a great Grey Cup rematch. So it's a problem, man. It's a problem that I have.
I, however, do not have that problem. You chase your baseball dreams. Me on Thursday night, I might out myself as a nerd here. Thursday nights, I play Magic the Gathering at my local card shop. It's like a
Ooh.
pretty big deal. I kind of love Magic the Gathering, but that is not is that the right phrase? That's not happening this Thursday. I have canceled Magic the Gathering so I can watch the CFL. It's a big deal for me. I play CFL or I play Magic the Gathering during NFL Thursday Night Football. I've completely canceled it for opening night. I'm very excited.
That is a massive. You won't cancel on the NFL, but you're here for opening night.
Well, okay. I want to note it. I'll cancel NFL opening night, but this is CFL opening night, so it gets the same treatment here.
That is absolutely insane. I had no, that was all new information, folks. You and I both have now the same information. We are beyond excited. So I think we should just run through the games.
Let's do it.
As we go here, starting with Thursday night, Montreal heads to Winnipeg. They are
Montreal or
yes,
Winnipeg is a 6.5 point favorite. Looking overall in the season, Winnipeg's over under 12.5. Montreal's at 9.5. So
that's professional. I think you might be a better podcaster than me. And that's
Vegas. Is there a Vegas of Canada, or do they just use our Vegas?
This is going to be an SBP question. I can't wait for him to listen and then just.
Pete, does Canada have a Vegas? It's like, does everybody gamble through? I don't know, Edmonton or I don't know. Or do you just use Vegas? But regardless, Vegas or the Vegas of Canada says that Winnipeg is better both in this game and on the season. But
so I've already made my plays at my respective place of gambling, and I took Montreal +7. I got half a point there. I'm excited for this game. Obviously, the rematch. I don't know how you can. Obviously, Lemon's a question. I mean, do we know? Has there been any news on that?
I do not know as of recording.
All right, hold on. We might have to find that out as we speak.
You look it up. I'll run through mine. So
I love it.
I actually have Winnipeg laying the points. I think obviously Montreal won last year. They lose Stanbeck. They lose Austin Mack. They lose some there. I think Winnipeg comes out hot. Obviously Montreal was juiced up. They made the deep run last year. Grey Cup's different than a regular season. I think Winnipeg's better, and I think laying 6.5. It's in Winnipeg, right? I'm correct on that.
Yep, it is.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna lay the 6.5 and take Winnipeg by a touchdown.
Wow. We should also mention, this is a little off the rails, but sales to your SSK team, massive pickup.
Yes, yeah. As of today, which what the I don't. Again, this is another I don't understand the CFL moment. Why are you signing? Why is an all-star player? I know he was an all-star not last year, but 22. Why is he not signed until literally 2 days before the season starts and 4 days before Saskatchewan kicks off? He doesn't play Saturday, right? I don't know. Maybe he's a DB. No offense to DBs out there, but you just kind of have to guard the guy in front of you, or no guy. It's not so you don't have to learn the whole offense. You just have to know the zone, or you have to know the calls. It's a little different than learning a whole offense, like say a quarterback or even a center calling out protections would. I don't know. Maybe he plays Saturday. I don't know how it works.
As I've scrolled through the headlines, I brought that up, and as I scroll through the headlines, I don't see anything Lemon specific, so I don't know, I guess, is the final verdict at the end of the day. So let's see. Let's see. This is at Vintage Sasco, who just asked Sean Lemon playing Thursday. Let's see if anybody. I thought he retired. I'm confused. Nope.
Well, he did,
League.
and then he
What?
unretired.
Yeah, he did, and then he came back.
Then he unretired, and then he got suspended. Maybe we don't know. It's all a mess.
Let's see. Man, won't go into war.
High quality
Ooh,
podcast.
Montreal, yeah. Montreal Gazette posted something yesterday. Wow, yeah, I mean, it seems like he's gonna play.
Wow.
If they don't unless they come to a decision in the next like what 44 hours.
Good math
So
there. Good math.
yeah, thank you. People forget I'm a math guy. 30 on the ACT in the math section. Anyways, yes, back to podcasting.
For the record, you're wrong, by the way. It's over.
Well,
It's over 2 days away. It's like yeah, it's like 51 hours.
oh shit. Yeah, other way. Damn it.
Go ahead.
See, that's why I didn't get a 36 or whatever perfect is on that portion of the ACT. I only got a 30. Anyways, looks like Sean Lemon's playing, at least as of this recording, which is Tuesday the 4th, 3:52 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, okay, bad podcasting out of the way. We are on opposite sides of this.
Yes.
I just think it's hard. I'm hard pressed to just go against Montreal. I'm essentially a Montreal fan, which I should probably
I get it. I get it. You
I
gotta
should
stick with
probably
your team. That's your team, though. You don't gotta beat around the bush anymore. That's your
Yeah.
team.
I guess. I don't know. But I don't know, man. Edmonton, there's just a lot of hype right now. There's a lot of teams that I can get behind besides the number 7 power ranked Ottawa Red Blacks. Do you want to address that since that people are going to hear us absolutely dog them, and then we can address the first power rankings?
Yeah, the official CFL Twitter account put power rankings had Calgary last, and then Edmonton. No,
yeah, Edmonton.
Edmonton was Edmonton
no
was,
Hamilton,
and then Ottawa, then Edmonton.
I felt really disrespectful of Calgary's defense. I felt like they're pretty good.
I thought it disrespected Hamilton. I think Hamilton's better than I think Calgary's the second worst team. It is what it is. We can disagree there. Well, yeah. I should say Chad Kelly less Toronto is second to last. But
I feel like that might be a take.
With the whole team, it's Ottawa last and then Calgary to me. I think Hamilton was a bit disrespected there, but they're certainly better than Ottawa. But it's fine. Ottawa didn't even play, so we're not gonna talk about them.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna literally dog them like as you're listening to this 20 minutes ago, and then give them not even talk about them the rest of the way. Anyways, okay, Montreal, Winnipeg, in Winnipeg. We're excited. I really don't know what else there is to say about that. So let's go to Friday, June 7th, 8:00 Central Time. Speaking of the two teams that are in the bottom third of those power rankings, Hamilton heads to Calgary.
It's Ticats -1.5 on the road.
I got bad value.
They got Hamilton at 8.5, Calgary at 6.5.
That's something I'm gonna have to get used to, is the win totals, especially as a man who likes to gamble, going forward, to try and figure out what actually, like, with the amount of games, what a bad team's record is in a normal capacity in a normal season. But
so last year, what did Edmonton win? 5 last year? 4?
Could be. You might be
something
right.
Like that.
No clue.
They were last,
but which I'm really. By the way, this is another side tangent that probably shouldn't go on because it's bad podcasting, but we're gonna do it anyways. A crossover. I am deathly terrified of a crossover situation for the simple fact of me not being smart and not sure I'll understand.
What do you mean a crossover situation? Run that by me.
The playoffs?
Oh, okay. A crossover is in like the East has too many playoff teams. So okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm really worried about is not like Allen Iverson crossovers.
I was like,
That
what
I
I was like,
understand.
what? Must have missed something on the CFL Reddit. I don't know.
No, the playoff crossover thing. I'm not. I'm literally wringing my hands. I'm just that anxious about bringing
Good
it up because
news.
I don't understand it.
With 21 weeks to figure that out. And
It's
we
true.
have trusty old Snack Bites Pete to help walk us through it, I'm sure.
I
If we
can't
need
wait.
it.
The last 5 minutes is he's just gonna it's the verbal meme of the guy with like these headphones like taking me off. But okay, Hamilton at Calgary. Sounds like I got bad value. I got Calgary winning this game. Bo Levi going to be interesting. Jake Meyer, girl dad, ready to go. I really like that defense, Micah Awe, guys like that on that side of the ball for them. I think it's gonna be a low scoring affair, but I think Calgary gets it done at home. They're kind of juicy right now. There's some juice going on. I follow Reggie Beagleton. He was a Packer at one point for a very short amount of time, and then I realized he was in the CFL, which is cool. So that's probably swaying my opinion a lot. So that's where I feel this one's going.
Look, I wholeheartedly disagree. Hamilton getting, like I said, I think they're disrespected. Bo Levi Mitchell should be back healthy, should be good to rock. They added James Butler. I don't I apologies to Jake Meyer. I'm sure you're a great guy. You're not a good quarterback in my opinion. I simply don't think you're that good. You're fine. I don't love it. I don't love it at all. I'm hammering the Cat, hammering the -1.5. We have those polls that we're in. Shout out Third Down Gamble.
Oh yes.
Another poll. They have their polls. I have you rank them 1 through 4 on what you're most confident. This is my 4. I am shelling the Cats -1.5 here.
Oh man, it's really tough because if you've been with us through this whole journey and you're listening, I've obviously a huge Montreal fan based off of our interviews that we've had with what we've had 3 interviews and 2 of them are Alouettes. But if you'll remember, we had the episode where I went on the team picker that's on the CFL website, which led me to Hamilton. Hamilton is also the closest team geographically to my location, and they're in the basement. So I've also been thinking that maybe I just jump on now and hope. And they have the longest title drought, right?
I believe so.
Since '99, I think it is.
Something like that.
You know what?
Shut up. You're a Montreal fan. Don't quit with this.
You know what?
With this games. Oh, well, I could do Montreal. We have friends there. Or I could do Edmonton. We're friends there. Or Hamilton's the closest. I could do that. Or I have Saskatchewan to win the title. It could be them. You're saying not Winnipeg and Toronto, basically. That's and Ottawa. Because fuck Ottawa. Those are your rules. Is no Toronto, Winnipeg, or Ottawa. Any other? But you really like Calgary too. Apparently, you're just.
Well, I was gonna do Calgary too. That was what I was
so
gonna
far.
make the point of. Is
You
that
picked 7 teams?
I'm a Hamilton Ticats fan. It's decided. I have to.
Till Thursday night, then you're a big Montreal guy.
Till Caleb Evans sneaks one in, and then I'm the biggest 7 fan. Oh, it's all right. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I get it. I should just buy in. I just gotta buy in, I think. But anyways, I'm excited to see that we're on opposite sides of that. It's also I don't know if it's apparent me talking about these teams yet, but getting used to who's actually going to be playmakers for these teams to this point is going to be, that is going to take a second getting back into this season. Not going to lie, but Saturday, you have your schedule. You have your schedule cleared for Thursday. Do you have your schedule cleared for?
I wouldn't miss it for anything. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I could be married and my wife would be going into labor Saturday at 1 p.m. and I got CFL Plus pulled up on my phone at the damn hospital. There's no way I'm missing that thing. Oh, shot.
Awesome. Saskatchewan heads to Edmonton. Later start time now because of the Stanley Cup final.
Earlier start time now.
Oh, earlier, yeah. It was 4-2, right?
Yeah, It's like 7-2.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. My bad. I didn't read the tweet very well. I'm not a big read guy.
Yeah, we know.
But you're
It-
playing we're
it's
playing our good friend Joel DeBlanco. Well, are
it's
you gonna I gotta know, like, the first time him and Thor meet in the hole, what do you think your emotions are gonna be?
look, Joel, I love you. We're friends. We're friends. I hope Thor puts you into the dirt and then steps on you. Tyloo AI crossover. You want to talk about crossover? I want him to step over you in the hole.
Oh no.
But I love you and I hope you have a great game.
Oh, dude, imagine they have to meet in the hole, like a goal line stand to win the game. That'd be incredible.
It would. It would.
That would make us do numbies. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game.
It's for the record, it is Edmonton -2.5. And the win totals on the season are Saskatchewan 8.5, Edmonton 7.5.
Yeah, so they're they the Vegas of Canada, which we don't know what it is, has this big game basically pretty even.
Yeah, it's the home field flip. So I know in the NFL there's a 3-point give to home field.
Yeah, 2.5 to 3,
Yeah, like you
depending
said,
on the
it's
yeah.
essentially a pick'em game here.
Yeah, I took Saskatchewan plus money on the money line. Look, do we know who's starting? Is it
Trevor Harris.
It's Trevor Harris? Okay.
Trevor Harris is the thought. Trevor Harris, obviously Thor's new. Sean Bain Jr.'s back. They got Jamarcus Hadrick, or I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Jamarcus Hadrick, right tackle. That dude's a stud. I've been grinding his tape.
Wow. You've been on a CFL tape.
I've been on CFL right tackle tape. I absolutely have. I love it. I
That's
live for it.
awesome.
I live for it. He's so good.
Dude, I feel almost inferior at this point, but I think that team is gonna be the defense is gonna be juice. At least the defense will be ready. Even if Joel gives a huge boost to the Edmonton defense, I think I don't know. It's so tumultuous, Edmonton, this selling. I know none of this has to do with the players on the field, what I'm saying right now, but just there's kind of two opposite ways that they're going right now. Not that Edmonton, I didn't mean this. I didn't mean Edmonton is necessarily like getting worse as a team. Obviously they made some moves and they're trying to make the team as best as they can this year, but Saskatchewan, I just think they're rising tide right now. So
I agree. I think Edmonton's good. I like what they did this offseason. I think they made good moves. Obviously, McLeod Bethel Thompson back. I think they're a solid team. I think that 5-6 range, I think is good for them. I think Saskatchewan's 4-5. I think it'll be a good game. I really do. But I mean, it's my guys. We're on the Riders, baby. Money line, hammer.
There's a very real possibility that like Trey Ford ends up coming in being an absolute hero, and then they're good, and like Joel is out of his mind good, and then like I'm an Edmonton fan all of a sudden.
What a surprise that was gonna happen.
It's not like the percent chance isn't 0. All right, 6-9 Sunday, the final game of the weekend. Nice. BC heads to Toronto all the way across the provinces. I mean, I know they're provinces, but I don't know.
Country.
Well, I know it's obviously, but I don't know if it felt like I don't know. I tried to church it up, and I shouldn't have.
Across multiple provinces.
Yes, all the way across the motherland. I don't know. I don't think are they a motherland kind of place. No. Anyways, Vernon Adams against Cameron Dukes. I took the under in this ball game. It's 47. I see a world where it's 30-17 BC, and they give up some late points. Or wait, 30-17 would be a push, so I guess maybe like 30-20, and there's like a late field goal that really hurts. But I don't see Toronto's offense getting started this week, and I'm just hoping the Toronto defense is good enough that VA doesn't totally go off.
That's fair. So the line is Lions -6.5. Win totals are 11.5 and 9.5 respectively for BC and Toronto. Vernon Adams in, Chad Kelly out. So what tripped me up here is I don't know the trend. I don't know CFL trends. So I picked Winnipeg, Saskatchewan, and Hamilton. I've already got 2 road teams. The logic tells me that I want BC in this game. Do I want
Yeah.
3 out of 75% road wins this week? I don't love that. I don't know. Again, the NFL, the odds are, I know them. I know what to track. Does the CFL regularly have weeks where more road teams win than home teams? Is home field advantage weighted the same in the CFL as it is in the NFL? I don't know. I have to obviously see a whole season to find that out. Didn't matter that much in the playoffs. I mean, Toronto got smoked in the first round.
It's true.
I don't know. I'd love to find out, and I guess that's what the season is for. But for right now, I'm gonna pretend that, no offense to Canadians, home field advantage doesn't matter because they're not as loud as Americans, which is a fact. So I'm gonna take BC. I'm gonna take BC -6.5.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I took the under for the game. Do we want to? Is this what we want to do? Just pick some version of like spread total
Pick a
money
bet for
line,
each
just
game.
between you and I.
Yeah.
Make that our season-long contest. All right, let's do that.
I'll track it.
You can, yeah, if you want to. I'll write.
I'll make an Excel spreadsheet.
Ooh,
Put my day job to good use.
That'll be nice. Yeah, I'm sure they'll love that. Okay, sweet. Well, that takes care of that because we also brought this up technically we also brought this up this episode already. But dude, the countdown is real. Like I said, I literally said to you, let me read this text message for the people, because I don't think people completely understand that I've been playing baseball for how long, and that is just like
semi-pro pitcher here.
No, that's far too kind. It is all amateur.
He's essentially in AAA baseball. Check him out. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs.
That is not true. Please do not ever think that. I said mentally blocking out playing baseball in favor of streaming and watching the CFL was not something I would have foreseen happening, and it certainly wasn't until just us goofing around in last October comes around and says, you know what? You guys are going to love the CFL. You don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
And we've said it, and I can't tell you how genuine it is. The people listening, so kind to us. People have loved the content. I can't wait to get this episode out to you guys on Thursday. Hope you had fun. Hope you're excited for the season. If you're a real one, hopefully somewhere on this screen should show you our Twitter and some of our stuff. Going to be hopefully pretty active on the socials. Tweet at us, maybe your hottest take, anything like that. Get the engagement, get the traction. If you like us, tell a friend. We've had Caleb Evans on twice, Ty Bev once. We've had Joel DeBlanco, who is this year's first round draft pick on. So
Snack Bites Pete.
SPP,
respect
yes.
Pete. Respect Pete.
I mean, you have to respect them. Not a lot of guys know the league like that guy. So, yeah, I'm excited for the year, man. I'm
pumped.
I'm literally of no words, despite all the words I just threw out there.
I have many words, but I'm gonna keep saying them. I'm juiced. I'm tweeting about. I never in a million years thought I would tweet about the CFL, but here I'm like, I see the power rankings. I'm saying Ottawa's too high on my timeline. It's crazy. I got nobody that follows me except you and Snack Bites Pete that listens to the CFL or follows the CFL, and I'm tweeting about it. I don't care. I'm getting the word out there.
If you go look at my timeline at Big Hoppa SU right now, and you just were to look at click on my profile and look at the page, you would see that 2 days ago I reposted the CFL saying 5 days until CFL kickoff. Then there's a tweet about NCAA college football. Then I retweeted a post about Caleb Evans, and then a post of a buddy's podcast, a post of my friend Josh Cephas on the Jacksonville Jaguars, Milwaukee Brewer tweet, and then a tweet about the Alouettes,
Nice.
another repost of the American TV broadcast schedule for the CFL. I tweeted, what player are you excited about seeing in the action on Saturday regarding the CFL preseason? So literally like 80% of my last few tweets have had to do with the CFL. Never would have believed that
Heck yeah.
8 months ago.
Heck yeah.
So
Juiced.
Ottawa
I'm
and New
juiced.
Jerseys, though. What did you think of New Jerseys?
I love the jerseys. Unfortunately, the jerseys can't drag them to more than 6 wins. But they're jerseys for sure. They're good jerseys, even.
Oh, should I give out? They were good. I do like them. I do like the black and red, and we said that about 20 minutes ago, or actually probably like 30 minutes ago at this point. But I sent you a couple of my futures. Should I give those out to the people?
Yeah, you do you.
All right, season props that I found on FanDuel. That's only fair to say. Vernon Adams, most outstanding, plus 550. That feels like, I think he's the favorite too. Plus 550 feels unreal. Like, that's crazy that should be allowed at this point. I did take Saskatchewan over 7.5 wins. That was a minus 156. So had to get a little bit of juice, but I think like you said in the preview earlier, this is about a 10-win team. I took Cody Fajardo over 36.75 passing yards. That was minus 112. I don't even know what he had last year, but I imagine he's got to be close to 4,000 this year. It sounded like they added Charleston Rambo, who you might remember from Miami, Florida. So him, along with their receiving core, Phil Pott, Speaker, guys like that, I think it feels pretty easy there. And then lastly, your boy Thor AJ over 1,500 yards, so just need 1,001. That was also minus 112. So
I don't know if I need the over under 2,000 for Thor, baby.
No way.
that shit up.
No way Oliveira gets back to 1,300 after 1,500, but Thor might go for 2K.
$2,000, baby. He's back home.
He is home. Bring him home. All right, everybody. This is the Football A podcast. Please tell your friends, send the links around. We very much appreciate the support. We are looking forward to a great CFL season. Please, and I do mean this, even if it's your hottest CFL take, there's no stupid tweets. Just get the traction going online. Just tweet at us, tweet at the show, whatever.
I want it on the record. They were all stupid tweets. If you tweeted me that Ottawa's going to win the Grey Cup, we're going to fight. But besides that, no stupid tweets.
Okay, fine. There's one stupid tweet. Let the record show that there is one stupid tweet, and that it's what if Ottawa, dude? What if they make the playoffs?
They won't. I'm not even the slightest bit. Part of my take, they do the pinky bet. I'll cut off my pinky if X happens. I'll cut off my pinky if Ottawa wins the Grey Cup.
Okay.
Preseason, putting that on.
Okay, that's probably going to be the clip we use from the show. This is going to be so good. All right, folks, thank you so much for listening to Football A. We really appreciate it. We're excited for a season to share with you. 2024 kickoff soon.
Yes, sir.
T-minus. Look at the clock. Tell me how much time is left. I'll hear you.